Greetings, everybody. I'm a little bit on a farming spree. Who's hissing? Up there? Really? Apparently. This will most certainly another 0.5. There? No? Fine. Something I want to talk about. Again. Monomyth. Because I didn't elaborate on it as much as I would have liked. In the last episode, a bit with front, I basically said, as an example, Frodo has to be taken out of 5 homely houses. And that is a valid example. Because you could argue that the whole story around Frodo himself, him starting in the Shire, going out, being dragged out, so on and so forth, is a monomyth. And the dragged out part is the thing I wanted to elaborate. Because the structure of the monomyth says, at least the structure I have found, basically says that first the hero refuses to go. Frodo refuses to go several times because he has to be dragged out. Bilbo too, from the Hobbit. And then, through a call to action or whatever, or supernatural aid, in terms of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, Gandalf, because, ooh, magic. But yeah. And then he goes out, starting the adventure, being killed, literally or metaphorically, and being reborn after that, literally or metaphorically. And that is basically what I wanted to elaborate. But there's this tiny little bit of detail that may or may not be important for some reason. Hey, stop it. I get a lot of titanite, but no boulder swag sword. Or Schlangenschwert, or man serpent greatsword. But I got the Flamberge. This great sword with an undulating blade is a choice weapon of the slithering serpent bane of Sen's Fortress. This weapon is designed to flay the skin and causes heavy bleeding. It certainly does look like a snake, alright. But this is not a Flamberge. Or Flamberge, or Flammenschwert. Yes, Flamberge or Flamberge translates to Flammenschwert or Flammenklinge. Literally, flame sword or flame blade. Because of how it looks. Credits to Dark Souls 2 because that is a Flamberge. They have a Flamberge right there. This looks more like snake sword, which is fine for this enemy type. I don't know what a Serpent Man could be in terms of inspiration, except Kingsuit, I guess. Do you bleed? You will. No, I didn't watch that movie. I haven't watched a movie for a long, long time. Really? Well, he does bleed. Oh! Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Steady there. Yay. It is a nice weapon. It has some dex scaling, so I could use it. But it doesn't work out for me, apparently. He has not damage. This body needs a buff. So back to thrusting. Because why not? And now I will first kill this bloody fool. I said all what I wanted to say right now. It's basically just a little bit of Monomyth again. But my Dark Souls episodes are long anyway, and then in the middle of this, not even 15 minutes. I wing it. I'm farming anyway, so okay, I have something to talk about. Bitching incoming. Deal with it. Am I even recording? Yes. Okay. Bitching incoming. Boss weapons. Or more. How will you obtain them? It... Dark Souls doesn't have a good system. Let's take, for example, Sif's Soul. You can forge 2 weapons and a shield out of it. But you only get 1 soul per cycle. Legitimate. So, what to do? Either you use a safe Sif engine or New Game Plus. And let's be honest, if you do that, if you force your players to go to New Game Plus so they can have everything, especially in a lore-heavy game like this, where every tidbit is devoured, And it's not really a good system, if you ask me. Oh, hello. First come back here. Drink. I can't get to him now, even though he's dead. Great gemacht, Xena. Great gemacht. I know. I love it. I love it a bit. Ooh! You would die. Thank you very much. Can I do it? Die. Oh, hello. Before I continue bitching, I found something. Man Serpent Greatsword. This single-bladed, blood-stained greatsword is the choice weapon of the slithering serpent man of Sense Fortress. Any ordinary human will have great difficulty swinging this heavy beast effectively. AKA another flavor of fuck you too. Where was I? Boss weapons, how you obtain them. FromSoft did a thing which didn't work out. That's how I see it. They thought it was cute, but in the end it artificially lengthens the game. If you don't care for all this lore and just want one thing, fine. It's okay. And it works. But if you do something like this, or like Plague, or like Ian Beat did, it's not going well. Either use a safe Civ engine, or have multiple characters. Or, what is also annoying, play it over and over again and partially speedrun it because you just need those things. Oh. Because you want to talk about the stuff about them, about the implications, so on and so forth. It's clunky. Very clunky. You go to Andre, upgrade a weapon of your choice to +10, then go to the giant blacksmith in Anne Orlando, give him boss soul and requisite or ingredient or whatever, and then choose. Really? and you can only have one. And in case of Gwyn's soul, you can only get it in New Game Plus, which is fine, because Gwyn is the end boss anyway. You can get his sword if you go to the giant blacksmith or Sunlight Spear. But still, two things. You can only get one, unless you kill him again or save Sim engine. Save Civ engine. Really? PSS? Nope. It's really not a good system. It's... No. Why would you do something like this?
Because we want the content.
I want content too. But this, forcing me to go through it again and again and again, or cheat. Or let's rewrite it. Go to the cabinet and pick it up. Friendly Phantom, so on and so forth. And yes, a Friendly Phantom would be still legit, because benefit of the doubt. But in all honesty, it's still from outside. And I don't want to use cheat engine because I'm stupid. It boils down to my stupidity. If I would be smart, I would use Save Civ engine, and voila! You would get Dragonbone Fists, the Golemax, all sorts of Artorias, and the Blasted Shield. Gwyn's ultra great, Sunlight Spear, so on and so forth. But because I'm stupid and I don't want to use Save Civ engine. Oops. I could use... or I could... Could pump more endurance too. I wait. Need 30 or 35 endurance anyway. Possible solution for this predicament I have for another game which will never happen. If you want boss... Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Really? Thank you, mouse. Really appreciate that. Jesus, give me a Baldur's Side sword. I'm honest to God grateful that you give me all this Titanite. But really, on the side sword. Where was I? Possible solution. If you want boss weapons, multiple boss weapons out of one soul, for example, you could give the soul to the giant blacksmith, if we keep the theme of Dark Souls up. And he just says, "Ooh, remember, can forge." And he just can forge these weapons. You may still need a catalyst, like, for example, +10 weapons. But that would still be better than forcing multiple cycles on the player. I say this because the thing I imagine is you give him the soul, he has a soul, he doesn't use it. He basically will have then a collection of boss souls. And for whatever weapon you want, he looks at the soul, looks into it maybe, and remembers. Because the soul remembers. You could do that for boss armor too. In this, it would kill off Damnal, who's a bitch to get to anyway. But yeah, you would forge, for example, the armor of Ornstein if you give him Ornstein's soul. And voila, he can forge his spear again and his armor. For Ornstein's soul remembers. The information is still in it. It's still Ornstein's soul. Another thing that pisses me off. Boss Fight Ornstein Smoke. Not Boss Fight itself, but that you only get one boss soul out of it. Not both. One. It's the one who goes super. Ooh! I've laughed. You get only the boss who gets into who goes super Ornstein, super Smo. I want super Orns for this because I want the spear and this armor, not necessarily the helmet, because the helmet looks a little bit daft. I don't want the armor. I want this art. Come closer, come closer. Really? I'm calm. The acquiring of boss weapons isn't great. In Souls in general. I did it again with Dark Souls 2. Yes, they give us bonfire ascetics there. aka bonfire Windex. But really, you still have to kill the same boss again to acquire the soul again. And for some bosses it's even worse. Flag size sentry, for example. I think 3 weapons. And 1 is a club. 2 are swords. I think it's even 4. I don't remember. Whoop, sword, arc sword. Bob club. Should be it. It's not fun. If you want a boss weapon that can be forged, if you want a spell that can be written down, give those souls to an NPC, call them memory smiths and memory scribes, and make it a whole craft by itself, so on and so forth. They could have even come up with a bullshit law explanation of how they do it. But it would be a lot easier to acquire all the stuff. Or let me loot the body of the boss. What does Daniel do to get the boss armors? He comes here, walks into the Eingram, and picks it up. He scavenges. Ornstein Smoke. If you kill Ornstein last, he will go to Anolondo, defile his corpse, and strip him of his armor. That's what he does. Why we can't do it is beyond my understanding. But we can't do it. I forgot to kill big guy. And I'm done bitching. Because you all get the point. Franz and I told about this. How to fix souls. Every player has an idea. And their ideas as many as other players. It's amazing. Blake has ideas how to fix parrying, backstabbing and armor and such. I have an idea how to fix boss weapons. Or the acquiring of boss weapons. And I'm sure that Plague has other ideas how to... And just... Franz has basically ideas too how to fix... quote-unquote fix. My idea will have other issues. I know it. I know it. Plague's idea has issues. Every idea has issues that we don't know of because we don't think it through. Because we can't realize them. Can't see them in action. We don't have a game with its ideas, and we don't have players who use and abuse the systems we come up with. FromSoft on the other hand has, but it's FromSoft, it's Japan, yada 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 yada. I'm done bitching, and if you don't want to take the bitching away out of it, then think about the Monomyth. That was my attention, besides farming, and that's a happy note. The Monomyth. I could still probably talk about it for days because it's interesting. Because it really interests me. It's amazing. And all that because I want to No, happy note, happy note. Monomyth, goodbye and sleep well.